and Kyle Larson, he made some comments earlier in the week that received a lot of attention on SiriusXM Dialed In. He made the following comment, I quote, "The way I look at it, if we're not going to take the windshields out, then why are we racing on dirt?" He also added, "I feel like we're just wasting everybody's time a little bit and not giving the fans and the competitors what we all deserve." What are your thoughts on Kyle Larson's comments, and could the success of the Bristol Dirt Race determine the future of dirt racing in the Cup Series?
I was just talking about this with somebody last night, actually. I feel like there's really three groups of fans in NASCAR right now when it comes to this subject. There's the group of fans that want a dirt race no matter how we can get it. They think it brings us back to our sports roots and adds a little more variety to the schedule. And no matter how we can get that dirt race, we need to have at least one dirt race on the schedule for more variety. There's a second group of fans that think that dirt should have been left back in the 60s and 70s, that it's amateur, that it's childish and doesn't put on a good show for modern day stock cars. And, the fact that we're even entertaining the idea is absolutely laughable and we shouldn't be doing it. And then there's the third group, and I think this is where I kind of find myself in here. You have a racetrack at Bristol that hosts what is arguably now, I would say, the fourth crown jewel. Now we're racing the road course at Indianapolis. The Bristol Night Race is a classic. Everybody loved the spring race as well. Back in the day, they filled up every seat of a Coliseum, and the racing usually did not disappoint. When you take one of those dates and construct a fake dirt track, if you will, pour a bunch of dirt on it and convert it into a dirt track just to say you've got your dirt race, and you don't necessarily know how the dirt's going to react. You don't have a lot of experience prepping the track. I think you can run into a lot of problems there. So I'm not opposed. Ben Schneider, is not opposed in principle to racing on dirt, maybe even at the Cup Series level. But I think it needs to be at a purpose-built dirt track where you have a crew that knows how to treat the track and knows how to put on a good show. And you saw it in the Truck Series. Tony Stewart knew how to prep Eldora for the trucks, and that's why that event was such a success for so many years right from the start. But Eldora is a purpose-built track, and the trucks, would usually put on a good show there. What we saw at Bristol Dirt last year, what we've seen in practice, how many champions did we see spin out? How many times did we see one single champion in Chase Elliott? How many times did he spin out alone? It seems to me that the track isn't super easy to drive right now. I'm a little nervous for what we're going to see on Sunday night here. Maybe it'll be different under the lights. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But I think we need to look at all aspects of it here and think to ourselves, if we're gonna do dirt, we should try to do it right. And Charlotte Motor Speedway has a dirt track on the property. K&M was doing some races at the Las Vegas dirt track a couple of years ago. I don't think that it's impossible necessarily, but I think Kyle Larson also brings up a good point about the windshields here. If you're gonna do a dirt race, make sure you do it right and don't just do it to say we put a dirt race on the schedule and say we have the novelty of it. This is the top level of stock car racing in America, and I think we should treat it as such.
The way I see it, if NASCAR wants a dirt race, one dirt race a year, they got to go all in, not just pour a bunch of dirt at Bristol. A purpose-built dirt track with the experience will be very key to that. The hard part, of course, when you look at tracks like Eldora, Knoxville, much smaller grandstand level, so the attendance, it will sell out, no doubt. We've seen how the Truck Series had huge crowds in Eldora, but you're not going to have the crowds of excess of like 50 plus 1,000, because we know Bristol, you could fit 100,000 in there when it's sold out. If this event was sold out, I think people would say, hey, this is working out. But as Kyle Larson said, we're sort of wasting everyone's time. Let's do it right. Let's get a good, proper dirt track. Let's put our homework into this and make something work where if we want to have a dirt race each and every year, we're doing it right. It's not just a novel event. This is just an event that diversifies our schedule some more. It does connect us to that root of dirt track racing, because we know tracks like North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, they were dirt tracks. This is where the sport sort of started, and a lot of drivers coming up the ranks do dirt tracks. So if we had one of those races where you could get a dirt track ace, the opportunity, whether it's the Cup Series, trucks, Xfinity, to really shine, that's a big win for everyone. But I think like Kyle Larson said, if NASCAR really puts a lot of effort into this, do it right, it'll be a much better product in his opinion. I think a lot of fans will agree too, because we want to see a fun, organized event. We don't want to see something where we feel like it's sort of been thrown together just to say we did it and that's it.